Hello, this is MLC this morning. We have a great news story lined up for you. This morning we'll be reviewing the decade's top stories and all that went on through the years 2000 to 2006. We will be starting with 2000-2002 with Miles Preboy. Top of the morning to you, Miles.
Top of the morning to you. One of the biggest stories of the decade was the launch of the PS2. The PS2 was the best-selling console of all time, having over 150 million copies or systems sold. Sony has also told us that there's over 10,000 titles available for the system, and in late 2009, the developers created new games and consoles, still selling steadily for the system, even though it was made a long time ago.
Thank you for that last part, Miles. With September 11th sadly happening this year, which was the act of terrorists destroying the Twin Towers and running a plane into the Pentagon, but our newly elected President, George W. Bush, made a strong speech on the site of the devastated Twin Towers and told the American people that the terrorists will pay. So George Bush launched the U.S. forces on a mission to stop terrorism in the Middle East. This war was called the War on Terrorism. Once again, thank you, Miles. Thank you for those well-descripted news stories that you so well told to us. I think I will be the next one to give you a recap on the years 2000. So if you could please hang with us, we will get you another great news section lined up. I'm Connor Phillips, and we'll be right back after these messages. Alright, we're back. I'm so glad we had some sponsors this year. It's the first year we've ever had any sponsors. But anyways, I'd like to start off by talking about 2002. One of the biggest parts of 2002 was a sense of urgency on U.S. soil to search the country of terrorists after the devastating wake of 9/11/2001. As wake of the recovery of America is coming to a close after their disaster, America and the UN warn Iraq that they will wage war on them if they don't fully disclose their weapons programs. The Iraqi ambassador replied, "The attackers will end up in the dustbin of history." But he can have a seat. Now, after I told you the year 2002 news story, the biggest part of it, we will be heading over to Luke Schrader to talk about the biggest news stories in these following years of 2002. Luke, thank you for coming. Will you please start out with telling us about some news stories?
Why didn't you do that? Okay, the election of 2004 between John Kerry and George Bush. The race between Kerry and Bush was very intense. It was Ohio's 20 electoral votes that put Bush over the top. Bush won the popular vote 51 to 48%. In 2005, Hurricane Katrina tore through the city of New Orleans. It was one of the 5 most deadly hurricanes in the history of the United States. Hurricane Katrina formed over the Bahamas on August 23, 2005, and crossed southern Florida as a moderate 1 hurricane. At least 1,386 people died from the hurricane. Today, the people in New Orleans are continuing to clean up and get back to normal with the help of the New Orleans Saints. In 2006, Google buys YouTube. For $1.6 billion, the acquisition combines one of the largest and fastest growing online video entertainment communities with Google's enterprise in organizing information and creating new models for advertising on the internet.